All right, y'all. Let me talk to y'all for a little bit because I feel very, very depressed or stressed, or I don't know what to say it anymore because I'm just tired of everything. So, I was gonna give my old job a 4-week notice. It was like a month notice. And so prior to that, I had an appointment with my psychiatrist, and I just told her how I was feeling, stressed, whatever. And she was telling me like, hey, I think you working that job and working this job, that's just way too much for you. You need to, for your mental, so you can be mentally stable. Because I am mentally stable, but I'm just stressed. You know what I mean? Just like, it's just so much to do in one day, right? And it's not about what, I don't know how to explain this so you guys can understand this. So, it's not about the job. The job, I love itself. It's just, for me, as a mom of 4, I already deal with ADHD. I deal with depression. And then I have 2 other kids that have ADHD. My fiance, he has ADHD. He has panic disorder. He has anxiety. His anxiety is like almost on the severe side. And and it affects everything else, right? So a lot of the stuff, like me taking the kids to the appointment, me doing things, because he can't drive long distance. He can drive like to go get us some food, or he can drive to go get us some grocery store, like go to the grocery store if it's not long, but he can't drive long distance. You know what I mean? He'll have an anxiety attack. So a lot of the other stuff I have to do because of what he goes through. And that's okay with me because I know who my man is. I know what it is. And me and him agreed on it. It's like, you know what I mean? Other stuff that he can't do, he makes up for it. I don't know, this phone is leaning, but it's just gonna have to be that. Other things that my husband do, he's just make up for it on the long run, like watching the kids when I go out. He doesn't complain. He take care of his children. He feeds them. He makes sure he gets them together, right? So I'm not worried about that. That's not what I'm worried about. It's just that the job in itself was just too much. Taking care of other people when I'm already struggling to take care of my kids was just too much on my mental. So it wasn't about the job. It was never about the job. It was really about my mental and stuff like that. So now, since I told her, hey, I can't keep continuing to do this job, whatever. So that's what happened. I told her, like, hey, I can't continue to do this job. What is it I need? Like, what is it, So we came on agreements. Me and my old boss came on the agreements of, that's okay, that's cool, right? Now I'm going through, I feel like I'm grieving again, and it's a change. So I go through changes in my life all the time, but when it's a severe change like this, I go into a very depressive state until my mind accepts it. Like, okay, you quit your job, now let's get on your hustle, right? My mind, it takes, I don't know what it is, it just takes me a longer time to accept a big change like this than somebody else that can get up and be like, okay, I know I'm not doing this, okay, I'm good with this. It's like I go through a phase of me not regretting, but just a phase of sadness, until my mind accept it and be like, okay girl, you got this, you did this, you got this, let's get this done. Then I get a whole bunch of energy. But I don't know, I really need to tell my psychiatrist this, but it's just, I don't know, I think it's just change. It's a change. So it's like change in season too. Like when the kids go back to school, then you got this routine that's altered, you know. But then I go into, for other people, they accept it right away and be like, okay, it's like this. Me, I can't accept it right away. I have to take my time to accept it, gather my thoughts. My mind telling me so many times, like, you got this, it's okay, you accept it, and let's just move on. So it takes me time. So that's what I'm feeling now. So I'm feeling stressed, down, depressed. I can't even get in there and clean my house I want to. It's just, it's a lot. I don't know. But I did try to come up with a routine, a reasonable routine for me, because I have ADHD. My routine is going to be different from somebody else, because I have to give myself grace. I have to give myself a break. I have to only stay, you know, working for so long. And that's just how it is. I don't know. My stomach is feeling very, very tight right now. Like, I'm just trying to get through the days or whatever, and just be like, okay, keep telling myself, like, you know, you got this, you got this. So I don't know how long it takes me to get over this, but I know now, like, my mental needs this, like, this time to, gather my thoughts and be like, okay, I accept this. I accept this, and I'm going to do better by myself. I'm going to succeed no matter what. And it's not about me not knowing that I'm not going to be successful. It's just be like, okay, I accept it. Let me just relax and take it all in and be like, okay, you got this. But it'd be so hard, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It'd be very, very hard to do that because of my ADHD. My mind, when you have ADHD, your mind never stops. It overthinks. And then you start to feel some type of way that you're not really supposed to feel. And I know a lot of people be like, well, you knew what you had when you was taking a job, right? And yeah, I did know what I had, but then once it got so bad that my mental was in survival mode, so I didn't put my mental in play. And sometimes we just make mistakes. I made a mistake. This job is just not for me. I'm sorry. So yeah, it's like you be on a natural high. And that's how I feel. I be on a natural high when I start something new. But once I end it, it's like I go in this depression, it's like a withdrawal, but not doing drugs. I don't do drugs, but that's what it feels like. I'm going through grieving. I'm just grieving. Even like when I had my baby, I would grieve. Like, it's a change. And I just know my body just can't take change like that. So I got to really figure out and sit down and really like get my thoughts together. I'm going to reach out to my psychiatrist again and tell her like, hey, I'm feeling even worse. I'm supposed to be feeling good. I do feel good, but it's just that all the other stuff that's going on too. So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to tell y'all that just to get it off my chest, because I just been feeling like unmotivated, and I don't know what to do far as to get back motivated. So I gotta really like get myself together and figure out what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do, but I'm just saying I gotta really get my mind back in control. So yeah.